What if the very truck you trust to haul America's freight, the Peterbilt 567, was never designed for the job you're putting it through? What if behind its chrome grille and rugged stance lies a story of silent evolution, misunderstood performance, and costly mistakes? Because here's the truth, most drivers don't really know what they're driving. And by the time they find out, it's usually too late and far too expensive. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most misunderstood heavy-duty trucks on the road. You'll discover what makes the Peterbilt 567 more than just a workhorse, why many drivers unknowingly push it beyond its limits, and how one overlooked design decision could be draining your profit margins without a single warning light. Let's dive into it. Back in the early 2010s, Peterbilt was already a legend in the trucking world. Known for their durable builds and unmistakable styling, they weren't just making trucks, they were making statements. But times were changing. Emissions regulations tightened, fuel efficiency took center stage, and fleets started demanding more tech, less weight, and smarter engines. That's when the 567 rolled onto the scene. Built to replace the aging 367 and 365 models, the Peterbilt 567 wasn't just a facelift. It was a full structural and strategic shift. Engineers focused on versatility, combining vocational ruggedness with highway performance. They moved the cab from aluminum riveted panels to stamped steel components for better rigidity. The hood was sloped for visibility. The doors were redesigned to reduce wind noise. And under the hood? The PACCAR MX-11 and MX-13, engines designed not just for power, but for surgical efficiency. But that's where the trouble started. Drivers and fleets expected the 567 to behave like the old iron monsters, brute force, low-tech, fix-it-with-a-wrench machines. What they got instead was a precision-built system that demanded respect and maintenance at a level many weren't prepared for. And that disconnect created the perfect storm. Mechanics started noticing DPF issues in trucks that barely had 200,000 miles. EGR coolers failed without warning. Sensor drift caused phantom fault codes. And every time, the driver's first thought was, "This truck's a lemon." But it wasn't. It was doing exactly what it was designed to do, protect itself from poor maintenance and misuse. One shop reported a Peterbilt 567 with a PACCAR MX-11 that had derated 3 times in 1 month. The driver ignored Regan prompts, idled for hours during cold starts, and pushed oil intervals past 35,000 miles. The final repair bill? Over $11,000, just to undo damage that had built up silently. Here's what most don't realize, the MX-11 isn't just an engine, it's a network. High-pressure common rail fuel injection, variable geometry turbo, EGR valves, knock sensors, SCR system, all of it communicates in milliseconds. A clogged sensor or contaminated coolant can offset the air-fuel ratio, spike exhaust temps, and torch your turbo before you even know something's wrong. But that's not all. Many 567s come fitted with vocational specs, front axle forward, heavy-duty suspensions, reinforced frames. Great for dump work or concrete, but throw them on a long-haul route without adjusting ride height, tire inflation, or gear ratios, and you're killing fuel economy and overstressing components. The truck looks right, but it's fighting itself every mile. Peterbilt recognized this. Later models saw refined calibration, updated software, and improved fault isolation. Fleets began receiving better training. Dealers started offering preemptive diagnostics. And drivers who adapted found they could run cleaner, cooler, and longer. One operator, after adjusting Regan habits and switching to low-ash oil, saw his 567's uptime increase by 18% over 12 months. But here's where it gets interesting. With stricter emissions rules coming and PACCAR already testing next-gen hybrid and electric variants, the 567 may become something entirely different in just a few years. Autonomous-ready frameworks, predictive diagnostics, and real-time maintenance tracking are all on the table. The next evolution won't just be about hauling freight, it'll be about hauling data. So the real question is, are you treating your Peterbilt 567 like a modern machine, or like a relic of the past? Drop your answer in the comments. Have you had issues with your 567? What lessons have you learned on the road? If this video helped you understand your truck better, hit like and subscribe for more real-world insights built for serious drivers.